In December 2024, I went and spent Christmas in the Cape Canaveral, Cocoa Beach, Florida area. I went and saw the Kennedy Space Center, Cocoa Beach, saw rockets launching, saw cruise ships taking off, and a few other fun things. Let me know what your favorite thing was that I did, as well as some things that I missed in the comments below. Well, good morning everybody. Welcome to, I guess this will be day one of my time in Cape Canaveral, Florida. We're going to be going down to Cocoa Beach and exploring that area a little bit. I've got that for today, and I've got other stuff planned for tomorrow and Saturday as well. Check out my fit here. Do I look Florida as hell right now or what? I'm in 100% on vacation mode here. First order of business before we go, I gotta make some aged eggnog for Christmas time, since I am gonna be by myself for Christmas. Like I said at the top of this video, this was recorded around the week of Christmas, and hopefully when you're coming, it's a lot warmer weather, because even though it is Florida, it was still around the 60s and 70s Fahrenheit. Hopefully when you do come, it's a lot warmer out, and you're hearing the sounds of either Jimmy Buffett and Pitbull as opposed to Christmas music. Hi, a little bit. Wanna say hi to the camera? No? Just hide behind that brush? Whatever. As always, shout out to trustedhousesitters.com for helping facilitate this stay. I've got a link to them down in the description. If you want 25% off of your yearly subscription, I do get 2 months free if you do sign up. Damn it. Messed up my shirt. Oh well. I gotta change before we go. There we go. Another Hawaiian shirt. Now we're ready to hit the beach. I'll tell you, one of the most stressful things about going to the beach is just making sure you have everything. I've got a towel, I got swim trunks, got a beach chair, and I know I've got sunscreen in here somewhere. There's the sunscreen, Ultra SPF 50, because I'm white AF. First stop of the trip, Cocoa Beach Pier. Cocoa Beach Pier, y'all. I am not a surfer at all. I'm just here to enjoy the beach and the views of the beach. So many different people with long hair that drive Subarus just like me. But I feel like a fish out of water, or fish out of the ocean here, but let's go have some fun anyway. Side note, parking here is $15 and it is good for till 9 o'clock. Sound of beach waves, the smell of salt water. Makes me really happy. I think it had something to do with when I lived in Maryland. It's like a very coastal area, and I kind of got a taste for it. You know, living in Annapolis and vacationing in Ocean City got me used to that kind of thing, but it's Florida. This shit's on all of that. Alright, I'm gonna slowly film this, that way y'all can maybe pause at times to read it. I am an absolute sucker for any type of pier on a beach, especially one that has a tiki bar all the way at the end. That way you can absorb all of the ocean sounds while soaking in some drinks. The Ricky Tiki Tavern was perfect for that, especially that 32-ounce rum bucket. 4 shots of rum in this thing. It about put me on my ass. I think it was the only drink I had this go round. And that's the last you've seen of me. I imagine during the summertime, or especially like spring and fall, this is definitely a lot more packed, but again, this is winter time, and honestly, I'm a fan of coming to bars at this time. Not really a fan of the amateur hour times. Of course, gotta talk about food I had. This is a nice plate of jumbo fried shrimp. It's 3/4 pound of shrimp, lightly dusted seasoned flour, fried to golden brown, served with some sweet and spicy orange chili sauce. Definitely a 9 out of 10, although a little pricey at $19, but that's tiki bar prices. I came to expect that. It's also a great place to catch a rocket launch if you happen to catch one that's during the day when tiki bar is open, but I didn't catch one there, but more on that later in the video. Alright, I'm gonna walk towards the water and get in it. Obviously, I'm not gonna take this with me swimming. That would be a bad idea. My whole life's on this thing. Alright, approaching the water. No, I'm not going to show you my feet. And no, I don't have one of those accounts. Okay, it's... I mean, it's not horrible. I mean, it is December, and it's Florida, so it's not like horrible. There you go. Alright, that's enough. All for the vlog. Nothing else. Alright, so I tried getting in the water, and I got up to about my belly button. I was like, this is way too cold. Yeah, it is Florida, but it's December, so luckily at the apartment I'm staying at, there's a heated pool. So it's not a rainy day, but did find a rainy day activity for all of us to do. This is the Wizard of Oz Van Gogh Museum. Let's see what that's about. This was a spontaneous find. I was literally driving down the highway, saw it, pulled over in the parking lot, checked ticket prices, checked reviews, and this thing looked legit as hell, and it definitely was. It cost $31 for each adult and about $17 for child, I believe. I think there's military discounts as well. If you're a fan of The Wizard of Oz, you will love this. There's movie memorabilia, there's works by the original author of The Wizard of Oz, Frank Baum, and there's a few interactive exhibits you can scan with your phone and get a lot more tidbits about everything on here. This was also topical as well, because at the time of recording, December 2024, Wicked had been in theaters for about a month at this point. Now, I had actually seen the original Wicked musical when it toured to the Kennedy Center in Washington, D.C. back 2010, 2011, I believe. I couldn't tell you anything about it because I really wasn't paying attention to it at the time, but let me know. Do you recommend me go see the Wicked movie? And do I have to see Gladiator 2 alongside it as well? Hey guys, y'all like Pink Floyd? I've heard that record kind of syncs up to your story a bit. Oh, okay. No, it doesn't. It's just a coincidence. Ugh. The back room with the immersive experience of both the Wizard of Oz scenes and Van Gogh paintings is definitely something not to be missed. When the Wizard of Oz scenes, you'll see little Easter eggs in there of scenes that did not make it into the final Wizard of Oz film back in the 1930s, so definitely look out for those. I have no idea what Van Gogh has to do with the Wizard of Oz. Somebody could probably explain it in the comments, but it's also great to see those paintings come to life as well, as you can see right here. Now, there is a part where you actually can walk on the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. As you can see here, I tried that, and well, I'll just let the clip do the talking. That hurt. Just came from the Wizard of Oz Museum. Had a magical time there. I'm still a little bit hurt from the running into the whole wizard brick wall thing, but that's what I get. Anyway, now we're at the original and biggest Ron John Surf Shop. And no, I'm not a surfer, but, you know, when in Rome, or when in Cape Canaveral, Cocoa Beach. You're just walking through this place, feel like I'm in a Kenny Chesney music video, or this is like the beach equivalent of a guy who lives in Colorado and has long hair and drives a Subaru and listens to John Mayer. Wait a minute. I got out of there and only spent $23. I feel proud of myself. A lot of the stuff is just seems very overpriced to me. I'm sorry, but I got me some sandals and I got me some new sunglasses. I didn't overspend in there. Like, the thing is, my vice isn't clothes, and my vice is food. If clothes are your thing and you're more of a tropical person, then maybe that's for you, but not for me. This'll do me. Plus, it's kind of easy to get bogged down in getting a lot of souvenirs of a certain place. I'm not too big on souvenirs. My souvenirs are the experiences I have and the vlogs I create. So you're basically watching my souvenir of all the places that I go. So thank you for that. By the way, rate these sunglasses. Do I look even more of a douche than I do now? Let me know. I can take it. Now, yesterday when I had my chicken from Publix, one of my favorite mamacitas ever, reminded me that Publix is known for their chicken tender subs, and I needed to go get one. So that's what I'm about to do right now. Alright, this is my buffalo chicken tender sub. I got onion, spinach, green pepper, and mayo on it. There you go. There's the tenders. Heck yeah. That's the chicken in here. And the sauce. All the veggies are fresh. And bread's good bread. I give this a 9 out of 10. Hey, Missy, look at me. Huh?
I agree. The charm marks that you get for the grill, all of those.
Look at me.
A little bit of like seared charm flavor, which I personally love. Very buttery, I would say.
Yeah. Say hi to everybody.
Took an enormous bite.
Say hi.
Too much trouble chewing it.
I know.
Kind of like
look at you.
Fell apart as you
look at you.
Let's switch. Now, trust me. You'll be happy then.
Hey kids. Hey Kit Kat. Hi Minnie. Hi little bit. Holy crap. That eggnog definitely has knocked me out. It could also be the fact that it's just not customary for me to be around hot weather in December. So somewhere else I wanted to go, but I'm not gonna do that. So I'm gonna turn in for the night and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye. Welcome to day 2. Today will be Kennedy Space Center, which is where I'm headed to now. Let's go. This whole filming in public thing is never ever gonna get unweird because I had an elderly couple as I was walking around there. He's like, "You're taking pictures?" I'm like, just of me. Like, they're probably concerned that they were gonna be in it. I'm not gonna do that to anybody. What I will say though is the Kennedy Center had to be one of the highlights of this trip. If you are in Cape Canaveral area for only a couple of days, I would highly prioritize the Kennedy Space Center over all else. Even though I'm not really a big science guy, I'm not really big into space exploration or rockets or anything like that, the exhibits here were totally worth the money and totally just mind-blowing. It's a prime example of not just what Americans can achieve, but also what us as human beings in general can achieve. You cannot have the word impossible in your vocabulary after a visit to the Kennedy Space Center. I'm not even gonna try and list out any facts or any interesting tidbits here because I'm just not as educated on it as I could be. All I'm presenting to you is the prices and what I experienced there, as you can see right here. So I'm gonna let a lot of these clips just do the talking. Hope y'all enjoy.
Such a scenario could never be repeated. While it could never be 100% safe to guarantee we are sure of the time by Apollo 7 in 19 Apollo mission. As the name would tell you, instead of competing with our Soviet counterparts, we're now working together with them. The Soviet is modified to dock for the Apollo. Once docked in orbit of the planet, the half is overbuilt. Right on Canaveral. As a result of that, we could not fly commercial GPS satellites or any of the payload on Canaveral anymore. So we can't get that up in space. We start to drop the ball.
If anybody says that something isn't rocket science, show them this. Pause multiple times to read. Screenshot that.
You are the most helpless creature in the world, on the end of a string floating in zero gravity in space.
So just got out of the Astronaut Hall of Fame, and yeah, this is legit. Like, if you're big into the history of like the actual astronauts that did all these space missions, this will be right up your alley. It starts with like 2 little presentations of like their old character of who an astronaut would be, and let me just say, some drunken foodie that makes YouTube videos, I'm not cut out for that. Even though I do have people in my family that I know for 100% would qualify to be astronauts. You know who you are. Hey, you want to take a Sunday drive up to the moon? Sure. Hop in. Look at this thing. Okay. Okay, how do you work this? Okay, there's that. You know what, I'm just gonna call an Uber up. Somebody else can drive this thing. It's probably not surge pricing right now. A lot of cool displays in the Gateway exhibit, and basically a little exhibit like fantasy of like, I don't know, Spaceport KSC is like it's gonna be the Spirit Airlines of space travel. Not that bad, but that's where we're gonna be in about 50 years, I think. And yes, I am here at the astronaut training experience. Unfortunately, both the astronaut training experience and the whole Mars for a day thing, that was like $150. I'm like, I don't think so. And everything else that was like $30 is all sold out. So we're just gonna have to save that for another time.
Now, NASA's SLS rocket, weighing in at 6 million pounds and capable of lifting and hauling 18.
The 75 rocket. You can relive the experience of Neil Armstrong's historic landing and first steps on the moon.
Man to the moon and back.
Oh my God. That's a big one. This here's Florida in a nutshell. You got a launch place for all the spacecraft, and then that little warning there. Still haven't seen Florida Man yet, but hey, the trip is still young.
Learning and being inspired by the incredible achievements of NASA.
You are 25 years later. Yeah.
Here we go. Here goes nothing. I can't record at the same time. I totally screamed like a little girl coming down that thing. There's a little 5-year-old boy next to me, and was a lot braver than me. I'm 32 years old, by the way. Well, that concludes our time at the Kennedy Space Center. It's about 2:40 right now. I got there about 10. I could have spent like a full day there, and I know that some space geeks would have spent about 2 days there, which is what I was recommended, but I have some other things I want to do today. But I highly recommend Kennedy Center, especially off season, because there's not a lot of lines, and it wasn't just stuff about the space program and history of it from all the Apollo missions and how the technology has influenced our modern society, but it just harks back to a time where in this country and all the world we weren't so divided. Like, we had a common purpose of sending humans to the moon, and I just feel like that nothing has really united us since. I mean, heck, the fact that I'm speaking to you on a smartphone, that was something a lot of technologies from the space program did pioneer. And yet, we've used these and turned each other against one another. That just seems really up to me. It's just another reminder to all of you watching, social media is not real. And that's part of the reason when I stopped doing reaction stuff, is because you cannot learn from just sitting on your butt watching YouTube videos. You have to get out there and go explore these things yourself. I cannot stress that enough. The reason I get so harsh when certain people make negative comments is because I want you to be the best version of yourself you can be. And just sitting on YouTube or any other social media site and commenting under videos negatively isn't it. Sorry, I had to calm myself down there. Anyway, today I'm going to show you how you can get into Universal for free. Getting a little bit of a late start. I was just busy editing. I was debating whether or not I wanted a DoorDash or not, and I didn't feel like DoorDashing today, so I'm gonna head off to Orlando. It's about an hour from where I'm staying in Merritt Island, so let's go. Now, full disclosure, I am not really that big of a theme park, amusement park type of person. I've always been afraid of roller coasters. I am the person, when you take me to an amusement park, I will gladly stay behind and hold all of your belongings while going to one of the food carts or whatever. I do not do heights. I do not wait in long lines either for roller coasters, things like that. So I'm always there for the food. So this might actually be my pace when it comes to this type of thing.
Use the right 2 lanes to take the I-4 East exit.
Jesus, $32 to park. Ugh. If you're coming here, you might want to stay somewhere. Maybe take public transport in or something. $32. Ugh. Was this a complete waste of my time? Well, to any parent that has 1, 2, maybe 3 or more kids, totally. But as a single fella that has no one that's depending on him and just wanted to say that he got into Universal Studios for free, I say it's totally worth it. Especially considering I may or may not have been on TV. Check this out. Alright, if you were just watching the Texans Chiefs game, let me know if you saw me on TV. If you saw me on TV, you have to comment. Obligatory picture in front of the Universal sign. I'm not going in because I'm too damn broke, but gotta get it anyway. Photo, Instagram, and YouTubes. I am 100% regretting wearing short sleeves and shorts right now because it's about 62 degrees Fahrenheit and a little chilly, not gonna lie. Then again, that's my fault for thinking that Florida is just sunny and warm all year round. Oh well. Now, this river cruise was the last thing I did on this trip. I would have loved to have done more, but unfortunately, I noticed I was running a bit low on money. So after this, I went back to the Kissimmee area and DoorDash for a little bit. It's just the reality of this life that I live currently. I'm a nomad, so that's just how it is. But this next thing coming up, I think y'all are really gonna enjoy it. So I'm out here in the back of the building here to watch a launch of a rocket from SpaceX. I don't know too much about it. Last time I missed it, I fell asleep. So We're gonna see if we can capture it.
Minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Engine ignition and liftoff. Liftoff of the Falcon 9 with 21 Starlink satellites aboard. The Falcon 9 has cleared the tower.
Oh, there it is. I caught it.
Falcon 9 going through some clouds that obscured our view for a little while. Now approaching the speed of sound.
I actually caught one. I did it. I did it.
Sonic.
Man, that's so cool.
Got less than 1 minute left in the burn of the first stage. Those Mylan engines are producing 1.7 million pounds of thrust.
Wow, look at
Falcon
that.
9 is already over 18 kilometers in altitude.
Man, that's so cool.
That was the call. The chill down is underway on the second stage to thermally condition that single Merlin engine for ignition. Now 2 minutes into flight, we're approaching main engine cutoff, or MECO. The Merlin engines will shut down. This will be followed by stage separation and ignition of the upper stage. Jettison of the payload fairing comes next.
Oh my god, that was so cool. I can't believe I actually caught one. I caught a space, a rocket launch.
Looks like we may
My
have
Florida trip
lost
is
some
complete.
views.
Alright, we've got one more stop here while we're in Cape Canaveral. We have done a lot of things that you would think to do here in the Cape Canaveral, Cocoa Beach area. We've visited the Cocoa Beach Pier. We've gone to the Wizard of Oz Museum. We've gone to the Kennedy Space Center. We've drank some, ate some, and we've seen a rocket launch. Only thing left to do is see some cruise ships leave out. That's why we're headed to the other side of this island here. That way we can go watch that. This is the Cape Canaveral Exploration Tower. Unfortunately, it was closed when I went, but it's 7 stories of exhibits and interactive displays. I would have loved to have gone to it, but if you've been there, let me know how it is in the comments and if you would recommend it or not. Well, I think that does it for our Cape Canaveral adventures. Unfortunately, the observation deck is closed, so I can't really go up there and give y'all a nice view of it, but oh well, we'll just have to come back. But anyway, thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Be sure to subscribe because New Orleans is next. Love y'all. Thanks for changing my life, and we'll talk to y'all soon.